Greetings. This is Mo Love True. It is February 12th, 2021, and it is 2:55 p.m. First of all, I would like to acknowledge and honor President uh, Abraham Lincoln on his 112th birthday. Um, Abraham Lincoln is a polar kin to the yellow wisdom chromatic. And so by honoring him, I feel compelled to create this video. Today is a special day with a lot of good energy. And there's been a lot of information that's come in. And I wanted to report we're still in a hold. We're still in a wait mode, and we're all expected to toe the line. Now, what does toe the line mean? It's an American idiom that you just maintain your position and wait for the order to move forward. The information that I had received, basically during Mercury retrograde, I'm operating like this. And there's no way for me to see what in the world is going on. So it's like, well, we're in Mercury retrograde, so why should we even believe you? My mom is Mercury retrograde, and this is her time that I could access some information. So when Mercury goes direct, I'll have a clearer understanding of a bigger picture of what's happening. But this is a message that I felt compelled to share with viewers for entertainment purposes only, of course. Let's see. About 2 days ago, there was an incident that was reported about India, and a glacier had collapsed. So with that news happening, it's basically the first of 10 events that are going to be rolling out from now until 2023. So I wanted to share this video.
A very common question I get when I say that I believe the bullshit will happen in 2023, I get all this backwash from people that I know that contact me and say, oh, it's going to be in 2016, 2017. Well, in my opinion, 2016 is absolutely ridiculously impossible. 2017 is ridiculously impossible. 2018 is ridiculously impossible, but maybe 2019, 20. But let me explain. I believe in 2023, and I'm going to tell you why. So first of all, what you're looking at here is an adaptation I took from Zeta Talk, and what it does is it lays out the sequence of events that have to take place before the pole shift happens.
Just to pause here, Zeta Talk is, based in, Wisconsin. And back when I was in Iowa with my stepdad, I was trying to find a safe location. And Wisconsin was north to where I was at that time. And it wasn't until December 2020 that it came to me, or actually it was probably the fall of 2020 that I'd realized, is that right? It was actually 2019. So had I gone to Wisconsin, I would be in this territory that is sort of scavenged or patrolled by the Zeta, and the Zeta as a species are soul stealers. they steal souls. So that would have been a bad thing had I end up in Wisconsin. I'll put a link in the video description.
Number one is India goes down, and that means that half of Australia, the western half, goes down, and then pushes India down under the wave mostly.
So the first event that happens with this progression of the Earth changes, it's India. So with activity happening now in India, just this past couple of days ago, India is, there are a lot of spiritually evolved souls coming out of India. And that my brother David, who's been disabled prior to being born, and then also when he was 10, having a hard life there on the Hawaiian Islands. He had dreamt that our younger brother Peter, who was born in 1982, May 25th, he had returned, but he was Indian, and he was very tall. So that's pretty significant in terms of souls that are returning from, or being reborn to come in. Is my brother Peter a reborn soul, or is he a walk-in? And my best guess is Peter is a walk-in. The other thing is my roommate from Japantown co-housing situation, she's Pakistani. And basically Pakistan next to India, it's a set that was set off as the Islamic, those who wanted to follow Islam, the Muslim community is there in Pakistan, and it's separate from India. Same people, but there's been a geopolitical split. And so that's another significant indicator. My roommate, the Pakistani, she's significant because once she leaves San Francisco, she's heading to Houston, Texas. She's one of those individuals who's been hired, one of the children who's been hired to carry out what she's doing. And she is protected. Okay, let's continue.
Then we've got the sun plate goes down. The Philippines lose a great deal of elevation.
I pause here because number 2, the Philippines is going to be affected through my mother's lineage. I am Visayan. Visayan, and from the Visayan Islands, the Hakka, which are the mountain people of China, migrated through China and down through the Philippines. And so that's where I'm part Hakka, which is the northern Chinese. They are generally called the visitors. And what we as visitors do is we go and find family and we bring them home. So let's continue with this progression here.
Then we got some action here in the Carolina, actually is on the Philippine plate. It folds complete. Then we have some heavy action in South America, and I believe this is referring to the Caribbean plate being pushed down, and of course the Mesoamerica being crushed and pushed into the down. And then we've got some mid-Atlantic ridge action, and then we've got the rolling of the African plate. All this is taking place in sequence, and it's not like click, there's months in between. And then we've got the roll of Africa. We got some the Florida Mediterranean Sea that's being pushed down by the African plate. Then we have the Japan quake set first the south, then the north. Once I don't know, maybe a week or 2 or 3 a month between the two. So these are Earth.
So with Japan, my on my dad's side, I'm actually Okinawan. I'm not Japanese. And Okinawa is an island that's halfway between Taiwan and Japan. And it had been, I want to say, overtaken by the Imperial Japanese government. We are very, let's see, it's like a lethal combination to be part Hakka and part Okinawan because there's so much fiery independence. It's like, don't mess with them. She might be small, but leave her alone. Okay, so small side joke there.
So heavy, big earthquakes, series of them, and then there's a pause, and then you get the northern Japan quakes. So that's itemized here as 8. Now, right, that's after that. Actually, at the same time as the northern Japan gets the earthquakes, I get it in Victoria's, but it's not mentioned here. So that's 8. Number 9 is New Madrid.
When he mentions number 9, the New Madrid, it is basically the Midwest. And this is significant because of it's where the Bible Belt is. And that I have recently, on my own volition, decided to open up the Bible and read the book of Revelations on August 1st, 2020. I just realized, I want to say probably from yesterday, that all these different regions that Chris Thomas is talking about, these are places where there's a high concentration of those people who are protected. So I'll be addressing this again after Chris Thomas finishes his presentation here.
Then number 10 is the heavy splitting in the mid-Atlantic ridge, creating what's become to be known as the European Tsunami. That'll send a 200-foot wave approximately through northern Europe. So that's the events. But if you look at the earth changes, we see earth changes, but they're nowhere near this type of action. Now, I remember in 2007 when I came pole shift to Ware in the fall, we were thinking 2009 for the pole shift. 2009 came and went, and then we started thinking, well, maybe late 2010, 2011. And by this time, I'm well into my Plan Next newsletter, so I'm researching constantly. And so 2011 came and went, and we thought, well, it's got to be 2012, maybe. 2012, as we all know, came and went. Now 2013, 2014, 2015, they've all come and went. Now it's 2016. So it's not possible for a pole shift in 2016, neither in 2017, neither in 2019, because this event, all these events have to happen first. So I was doing a video one time a few months ago, and I ran across this page on, she has a regular name, but she's known as Baba Vanga. She's a blind psychic. She predicted, she was very, very famous, very, very famous, but she died quite in the 80s. She predicted the global warming and the 2004 tsunami in Asia. She predicted the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack on New York's Twin Towers. Now, I have to say it's a so-called terror attack. I don't believe it was a terrorist attack, but she predicted that event at the Twin Towers. She predicted the sinking of the Russian nuclear submarine, the Kursk, in 2000. She predicted the election of Barack Obama. Now, I'm scrolling down here, and I see this. 2023, the Earth's orbit will change. Nobody really knows what this means. But we know what that means. When Planet X is close enough to Earth, it draws Earth out of orbit, because it's the far heavier planet. So it draws Earth out of orbit and towards Planet X. And then the pole shift happens, and after that, Earth settles back and starts to re-rotate and to re-orbit. So here you go. We know what that means, because the Earth being pulled out of orbit is in Zeta Talk. Now, if you want to dispute that, then it looks like a fool when Zeta Talk has been making accurate predictions.
So with this, I did want to bring our attention. Let's see. Let me just do a pause here. So I just wanted to wrap this up, make it a short video on Abraham Lincoln's birthday, his 112th birthday. I did want to mention that just in terms of some updates, let's see. I have been under surveillance, but it's okay. it's not aggressive. It's they're just trying to keep track of me and figure out what in the world is happening. And so I will be moving locations at the end of the month. The other thing is the vaccine. Let's see. So one of my contacts has taken the vaccine. It's one of 2 doses. And let's see. There's Moderna, and then there's Pfizer. Pfizer is a Swiss company. Pfizer appears to be the one designated for those who are born the year of the dragon and those who happen to be working with, I want to say, federal agencies? Possibly federal agencies who are working covertly. And the formula, I want to say the vaccine manufacturer that my contact had been provided is Moderna. Half an hour after being inoculated, it was that she felt something switch. And I don't know, let's see, I have some guesses on what that could be. Just that there are, vaccines are about putting heavy metals in our body. Heavy metals include nanocomponents. Anything that is nanoscale basically cannot be, basically passes through the blood-brain barrier. Heavy metals cannot be processed by the body. So when it goes through the bloodstream and the liver doesn't know what to do with it, it gets straight to the brain. And so that's where we get this perceived tinnitus, or we are actually perceiving those, I would say, the ricocheting or the trembling of the nanocomponents. It's picking up the frequencies. And so so those who are taking on or accepting the vaccine, it is that they are going to be split from the rest of us, those who are not. So there's a line that goes, the yellow wisdom chromatic, for instance. This is an example. Since we're talking about Abraham Lincoln's being a polar kin, I am a 36 yellow wisdom, chromatic and polar, and my contact is a 40. She complements me, where I'm 1 and she is 5. And so we've got core, we have signal, and we have gateway, and then we have my contact. And so as we're moving along, she has taken the vaccine, and I have not. And so that's where, that's how the factions sort of split. The vaccine is one indicator of that. So I'm still processing this. This is the new moon in Gemini. Gemini is about social media, and it's about our siblings. And I'm sorry, I'm having a difficult time with this. I'm going to end this right here, but essentially, stay in your integrity, and just follow your passion. We've already made the choice that we're making at this time, and it's just to realize why we've made that choice. Because everything is set out, like predestined. There isn't any such thing as free will. Okay. Happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln. As a polar kin, we honor and acknowledge all efforts to move forward. We accept and receive all messages from all our relations. Small love, true, out for now.